So myself, Miss S. Pujastri from Department of BCom General. So I am going to let you know what is financial accounting. So I am going to give you an overview of Unit 1 to 5. So firstly we are going to see the introduction to accounting, which is Unit 1. So under that we are having the what is an accounting. So basically you need to know what is an accounting. So everyone will be asking you what is accounting, what is accounting. But now you need to be very clear enough to give the keywords which is such as recording, classifying and summarizing money related transactions. So you are not going to supposed to give only the money related transactions. Also you need to give goodwills also. What is the basic objective of why we are preparing the final accounts or accounting process? So the main thing is to know the profit or loss of the financial position. So nothing but it is a financial position is nothing but you need to know where you are standing, where your company is all about. So whether you are having profit or loss. To rectify the loss, you need to know the particular objective of the accounts. So basic concepts of accounting is nothing but going concern, consistency, prudence, matching and dual aspect. So here the business will continue. The business will continue forever. Person may come and go. The business will continue forever. So Unit 1 overview is here. You must know what is the golden rule of the particular accounting. So fundamentally you need to know the personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver, and real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out, and nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Here you have the example. Remember the format of the journal, ledger and trial balance, also the BRS. So understand the error types. So types of errors you must know. Might be that will be asked in the 5 marks or 10 marks. So you need to know what is the error of omission, error of commission, compensating error, something like that. Okay. So here, what you are going to do with the financial accounting. So book where transactions are first recorded. Firstly, you are going to record the journal, and secondly, you need to where you are going to place the particular journal. So that is ledger. So we are going to relatedly entry all the accounts of books of accounts in the ledger, especially in the debit and credit side of the account. That is in the ledger. And thirdly, you will be having a specific transaction, that is subsidiary books, cash, sales, and purchase account. You are going to give it very individually. So correcting the mistakes in the accounts is nothing but the rectification of errors. So you need to know what is the rectification of errors, how you are going to rectify whether it's overcast or undercast, you need to know that. And matching cash book and bank statement balance, that is the BRS statement, bank reconciliation statement is a very important topic. Might be that will be asked in the 5 marks or 10 marks. So revise accordingly and just do the exams very well regarding the Unit 1. So now the second unit is going to be controlled over the final accounts with the adjustment. You need to mainly know what are the journal entries which is being present for the adjustments. So what do you mean by final accounts? You need to prepare trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. These are the 3 main things you are going to focus on about for the Unit 2. This is the only one chapter that you are going to revise in the Unit 2. You need to more concentrate towards this unit because the unit wise chapter is very low in this Unit 2. So here, how you are going to prepare the accounts? Firstly, you are going to prepare the trading account. Here, the calculation of the gross profit will include in the trading account. Firstly, you need to know where you are going to give the entries in the debit side as well as the credit side. In the debit side, you are going to give firstly, that is opening stock. In the credit side, you are going to give the closing stock. So initially, you are going to have the trading. In the trading account, you are going to have the purchases and purchase return and all the information regarding the wages and direct expenses. So here also you are going to find out the second thing is profit and loss account. So you are going to resume the profit and loss account. From that you are going to know what is the net profit is all about. So here the calculation of the net profit will carry over to the balance sheet. Initially we are going to prepare the profit and loss account that includes the indirect expenses like incomes and adjustment like outstanding and prepaid, accrued and everything. It will be coming in the profit and loss account. So after collecting of all the commissions, received, paid, all the expenses you are going to give in the profit and loss account. Finally you are going to give the balance sheet. That is a very important thing. Why? Because the balance sheet tallying is very important thing. So in the balance sheet you are going to give separate things like assets and liabilities. So asset side will be in your left hand side and liabilities will be in your right hand side. So here financial position will be stating upon the assets and liabilities. According to that you will be giving all the information related to the assets and liabilities. So finally your main task is to complete the assets and liabilities liabilities with the correct total, exact total, the same total. This is all about the unit 2. So here you will be having all the overview of the unit 2. Here I have given the adjustment entries like prepaid, advance payment and accrued incomes and outstanding and all. So here you can see the format like opening stock to purchases, buy sales, buy closing stock will be given in the particular trading account, and carriage inward, carriage outward will be coming here, and returns inward which is sales return will be given in the credit side, and returns outward is a purchase return has to be given in the debit side. So here in the profit and loss account, you are going to give all the information which is going to be indirect. Like for example, salaries, office rent, printing and stationery, and postage, discount allowed, discount receipt will be coming in this side. So all the receivables will be coming in the credit side. And very important thing is nothing but you know what is the final accounts and how you are going to prepare the trading profit and loss account balance sheet. But still, the important thing is adjustments. You need to know where you are going to add. Every adjustments has to be occur in the 2 times of your accounts. Like for example, either in trading or balance sheet, or as profit and loss account, balance sheet, anything twice the entries will be always occurring. Okay, so now see the first thing, you are going to add the expenses and show as a liability, that is outstanding expenses. Deduct from the expenses and show as an asset, it is the prepaid expenses, and add to income and show as an asset. So again it's an accrued income. Deduct from the income and show as a liability. Again the advance payment will be the liability. Reduce asset value plus record as an expenses. Here you are going to reduce the asset value is nothing but the depreciation. Show in P&L account and reduce debtor. So it is a bad debt. Either it will be coming into your account or not, that is called as bad debts. Shown in trading and trading account, credit side and balance sheet, that is the very important thing. So accounting for depreciation and bills, this will be the unit 3. So you are going to deal with all the depreciation, how you are going to purchase the machine or anything related to your asset. So there will be a depreciation. For example, if you are going to buy the mobile phone, you are going to buy the mobile phone, the same price will not be, you will be exchanging it for in the future. So same like that, depreciation also will be facing the same problem for the companies or firm or partnership company, anything like that. So the depreciation is very important. Initially you are going to purchase the machinery, the value is for example 1 lakh, say 1 lakh, the depreciation amount will be, methods will be different, like straight line method, return on value method, annuity method, you will be having the different kinds of methods with the depreciation. So we are going to move upon to this. So here, so reduction in the value of an asset due to use, wear and tear is nothing but the depreciation. The meaning is very important. You need to know how you are going to present the paper with these kind of answers. Like don't forget to give 2 marks. Always concentrate on 2 marks also in the theory part for your financial accounting, because this financial accounting is going to be very hectic for you once you are not going to understand the concept. So try to understand the concept initially and then move to your upcoming sessions. So now the objectives of this depreciation is nothing but to know the true value of your own asset, and you are going to match the expenditure and revenue, how when at the time of the particular purchase the same value will not be there for the future. So for example, I have given you the mobile phone, so just think about it. Provide funds for replacement. So if the fund is going to be replaced by you, so you need to know what is the exact value of your machinery or plant, something like that. Asset. So according to the accounting treatment, debit depreciation is an expenses and credit asset provision you are going to create. So definition, a written order by the drawer to the drawee, pay a fixed sum to the payee. So this is all about the bills of exchange. So bills of exchange is also one chapter. You will be receiving questions either 5 marks or 10 marks. So be concentrated towards the journal entry, which means there in the bills of exchange. So here the specimen will be the format of the bill, and you need to know what are the journal entries which is being present in the bills of exchange. So here the key transaction will be for the discounting of bill, endorsement of bill and selection of bills. So here you will be having the overview of depreciation and bills of exchange. Here depreciation account, they have questioned you. Depreciation account is going to be 10,000 rupees and machinery account it is going to be 10,000 rupees. Again you are going to find out what is an exact price of your machinery. So to bank is nothing but debit side expense. Debit side always it is an expenses. Credit side is always it's an income. But here machinery account, you are going to show that expenses like 1 lakh rupees is your machinery value, and here the depreciation is going to be 10,000. So 1 lakh minus 10,000 will be 90,000. So exactly this sum will not be occurring in your examination, but still try to work out more sums in the depreciation. So you need to give the machinery account and the depreciation account if there isn't any need, but still you need to give the working note without fail. So working note will carry extra additional marks for you if you are going to give in a very correct manner. So here straight line method, and second one is going to be diminishing balance method. So two method, don't forget to omit, don't forget to just revise. So give a very accurate information towards the straight line method and written down value method. Straight line method is nothing but you are going to give the same depreciation value every year. So till which year they are going to mention the question, just leave it from that itself. Okay. So second thing is going to be diminishing balance method. So diminishing balance method is nothing but the value will be reducing according to the purchase of the every year, as well as the value will be reducing for yearly wise. That is diminishing balance method, diminishing value. That is nothing but diminishing value. Here the bills of exchange, you need to know how we are going to give the journal entries for the bills of exchange. Here when a bill is received, the bill is going to be received by the other parties. So here bills receivable account debtor to debtor account. And here second question will be bills is accepted. Bills is accepted means it is going to be payable. So creditor account debtor to bills payable account. So when is a bill is discounted at a bank, so discount is different. So when you are going to accept the bill, that is called bills payable. When you are going to receive, that is called receivable account debtor to debtor account. And here when a bill is going to be discounted, the discount account is different. So bank account will be involved in that. Bank account debtor to discount account debtor to bills receivable account. So when you are going to give that discount. So here the unit 4 is going to be fully opening up on the statement of affairs method and incomplete records. So firstly we will know the meaning. A system where only the partial revenues or records of transactions are maintained, unlike with the double entry system. Always the double entry system will be having either debit side or the credit side. Both the things will be present in the double entry system. But in the single entry system, you are going to find out what is the missing figure. What is the values is not even mentioned in the particular system. So what is the main objective of this is, you need to determine the profit and loss account for the business. For this business, if some transactions are missing, that will be a very big question mark. So here you are going to find out what is the profit and loss with the help of the statement of affairs and profit and loss for the year ended you are going to find out. And then only you are going to find out the trading profit and loss account balance sheet. Here the key points you need to focus upon is features and the limitations. The features, partial records will be given for you. You have to find out the record for that particular thing. Limitation, difficult to detect the errors. The maximum errors cannot be detected, but still the sums will be always very easy for you. You need to more concentrate towards the particular sums. An overview of accounting from an incomplete records. So incomplete records, from the incomplete records you are going to find out the values and you are going to find out the trading profit and loss account balance sheet. So this will be the statement of profit and loss account. So firstly you need to give the closing capital, which is, for example, I have given. So closing capital, this will be the format, and drawings less additional capital, and you are going to find out the adjusted capital at the end, and less the capital in the beginning, which is the opening capital. Finally you are going to find out the profit or loss. So some questions they have mentioned you only the capital at the beginning and additional capital introduced. So at that time you need to find out from the top, but they have not mentioned the capital at the end, the closing stock. You need to go by the reverse order. So if it is going to be less, you are going to add. So you are going to add the profit and the capital at the beginning, which is the opening stock and opening capital, and third one will be you are going to add again, and lastly you are going to minus. That is the reverse process when you are not having the missing figure, which is the closing capital. So here we will come to a unit 4 overview. Choose the method. What method you are going to choose for this particular straight line or a single entry system? So write what you know. You know what is what, and you need to list down what is the main thing, either assets or liabilities, and finding the missing amounts. You need to find out whether the total creditors are missing or debtors is missing. You need to find out what is the capital, opening capital, closing capital, everything. If it is not mentioned, you need to find out. For that you need to list out what is there in the particular sum. And asset is equal to liability plus capital. So you know what, the both sides of the asset and the liability should be equal. So in that, one part is nothing but capital. So liabilities and the capital is an overview of an asset. So here we are going to prepare the final accounts, which is trading, profit, loss and balance sheet. So tip over here is write headings and workings clearly. You need to mention the accounts very clearly. You need to give the working note for every statement of affairs sums, which is incomplete records of the particular accounts. So here final, we have came to the final. So royalty and insurance. So this will be comes under the unit 5. So you need to more concentrate on the royalty in this unit 5. So unit 5 meaning will be payment made by one person, which is lessee, to another person lessor for the right use to the particular property, mine or patent. So you are going to use the property, for that you are going to pay the royalty. So that is nothing but the royalty meaning. And here lessor is a person who is going to hold the asset, which is the person who is going to lend the asset to use for the particular person. So that is the owner of the property or mines or patent, anything it can be. So anything you are going to get the royalty. And here tenant is a person who is going to be using or utilizing the property which has been given by the lessor. So a person who uses the property and pays the royalty. So here thirdly we are having the minimum rent. The person is using or not, either they are using or not, they need to give the particular amount has to have minimum rent. Here the short working is in excess of minimum rent over actual royalty. Recoupment of short working, you are going to recoup the royalty. So here this is the format of the particular year output royalty, minimum rent and short workings. This is a very important format that you need to use in that particular royalty sum. So this is very important, and claim is made to insurance company. So here the claim amount is equal to actual loss versus salvage value. Some insurance is going to be given for the particular person who is going to utilize the particular insurance property. For example, the companies may be facing the fire insurance. Sudden fire happened in the particular company, they need to use the insurance. That someone also please concentrate on it. Either 2 marks or 5 marks will be asked, but more concentrate towards the royalty sums, because it is having a very important sums repeatedly asked in the question paper. So focus on the format, don't forget to give the format. So at last you are going to know what is the exact tips how you can clear the financial accounting. So firstly, daily practice, you need to give the practice for your sum once or twice of sums in a single day. And secondly, you are going to give the concept very clearly. Please attract towards the concept very clearly. Self-test yourself whether you can do the sums or not. Please rectify the errors which you are doing while doing the sums. Please don't be lethargic and don't get stressed over the balance sheet not tallied also. Please check once or twice. Read the question twice, please. Have a positive mindset so that you can pass the examination. So read the question twice, underline the adjustments very clearly. So for the adjustments and all, you will be getting the extra points. So start with the journal entry and format. Don't forget to study the format. Be very particular about the format. Don't miss out anything from the format. Work step by step. The short working notes and all, you please take down and revise continuously. Check the totals and balancing. Please keep the presentation very neat. So without neat, we are going to scribble and doing something like that. So sometimes it will be very stress for the task to correct that. So be present very neatly for your answer sheet. So twice you check the answers whether it's right or not. So it's a motivation quote for you. Believe in your preparation, stay calm, and the exam will be just another step towards your success. So all the very best for your examination. Thank you.